Hello everyone. Hey, are you that one person who has been craving for some seafood lately and doesn't know where to start in cooking it? Well, worry no more. Do you know why? Because today I'm bringing you the easiest way, the easiest way you can cook your seafood boil that will leave your family or your guests wanting more. I am Mercy Bliss and I welcome you back to my YouTube channel. Guys, thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you're an old subscriber, you're welcome back. And I hope this video is helpful to you. If you're new, please make sure to subscribe before you leave. And click the notification bell so that each time I upload a video, you'll be notified. Drop a like for your girl. Let's cook together. For this recipe, I'll be using some corn that I got from the grocery store. This was frozen corn. You can use fresh corn if you have. I'll also be using some crabs that I bought and I washed thoroughly. Make sure to wash your crabs very well, guys. Some potatoes, which are optional, shrimps, some mushrooms, which are also optional. You don't have to. I'll be using some fish. Well, I always make sure I get fish that doesn't have plenty of bones, so that will be better. Some sausages and some eggs, which we're going to boil. And for seasoning, I'll be using, this is white pepper. It's also called poivre blanc in Cameroon. I'll also be using some onions, ginger, some cubes, some lemon, which is also optional. I'll tell you when to put that in because I'm not going to use it, but I'll tell you when to put it in if you have to. Guys, as you know me, I'll be putting lots of peppers into this seafood. What you see here is just part of it. I'm going to make sure I add more. So I've got some habanero peppers, scotch bonnet peppers, some green and red chilies. Then green chilies make seafood like I can't even explain. I'll make sure to tell you when to use the lemon. I'm not going to use it, but if you have to, I'll let you know when you're supposed to. I'll also be using some cayenne peppers, some black pepper, salt, and powdered garlic. You can use fresh garlic if you have. And guys, please, you don't have to cook seafood only when you have all these things. You can use your pepper soup spices to make seafood. So if you don't have all these listed here, pepper soup spice will do the magic. So let's cook together. We're first of all going to cook our potato and corn. So in a pot, I already put my potato. I'm adding some seasonings to taste. Some crushed peppers, ginger, and onions. I'm also going to go ahead and add some salt and cubes to this, some cayenne peppers, garlic powder, black pepper, and some water. And let it boil so that we cook our potato. We'll cook our potatoes first, and then in a few minutes into boiling this, we're going to add our corn. I put in my seasonings and I'll add some water, enough to cook my potatoes. And then I'll just cover this pot and allow it to boil. We'll let this boil for another 5 minutes and then put these aside, and in a clean pan, let's make our shrimps, sausages, and mushroom stir fry. 5 minutes later. This looks good, so I'm going to put this aside. In a hot pan, I'm putting in some coconut oil. You can use any cooking oil you have at home, okay? To this, I'm going to saute my onions. I'll let this fry for a few seconds. And then I'll go ahead and add in my shrimps. You can also use butter if you don't want to use oil. So I'll add in some seasoning so my shrimps taste well. I added some salt. I'm adding some onion powder now, garlic powder, sorry. I'll go in and add some cayenne peppers. I'll go ahead and also add some crushed habanero and red chilies to this for some hotness. I'll allow this to cook on low heat for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to add my mushrooms and sausages afterwards. Make sure you're cooking these on low heat. I'll stir this very well. I'm going to add some white pepper at this stage. White pepper or poivre blanc, as we call it in French. And then I'll cover and allow to cook on low heat for another 5 minutes. White pepper really has a very good smell. As in, my kitchen smells really good right now. Make sure you're cooking on low heat. Cook for 5 minutes and then put these aside. Now let's cook our crabs. Guys, if you mine crushed because of look at how beautiful that looks. So I'll add in some Maggi cubes, some salt to taste. I'll also add in some garlic powder some cayenne pepper, and some white peppers as well. So this is a point where you put in your pepper soup spices in case you're using the pepper soup spices. Now I'm adding the remaining white peppers to this. I'll just give these a good stir. And allow and cover to boil for about 5 to 8 minutes on high heat. I'm going to give this a good stir and I'll cover it and allow it to boil for about 5 to 8 minutes. And how I know my crabs are ready, even though I time it, boiling it for 5 to 8 minutes, I take note of the color of my crab. If it begins to change, then I know it's ready to be eaten. And at this point, I'll go ahead and add in my fish. I'm going to boil the fish for at most 2 minutes in here. After that, I'm going to go ahead and add my already boiled corn and potato, plus our shrimp, mushroom, and sausage stir fry to eat. Then I'll cover this for another 2-3 minutes before taking the pot off the stove. And the last thing we'll be cooking is our sauce. Give this a good stir. Try to make sure you don't touch the fish. So to this, I'm going to add my already boiled corn and potato. And we add a stir fry into this as well. Guys, see how beautiful this looks. And the aroma from it, it's very, very, very. I'll also add in my eggs. After stirring this, I'll go in and add my eggs. And then I'll put these aside. And in a clean pan, let's cook our sauce. Sorry, you can put in some coconut oil or any kind of oil you're using to fry your tomatoes and all. But for me, I love boiling it before adding my spices. So I'll let this boil until the water dries off. That's how I know that it's ready for me to add in my other ingredients. So as you can see, I just added some onions, which is optional. You don't have to, but I love onions. So I'm going to go ahead and add in my coconut oil to this, and then I'll add in some seasonings to taste. I'm also going to add some salt to this, garlic powder, thyme, some cubes, and cayenne peppers to taste, just to make sure that our sauce tastes good. And then I'll allow it to boil for another 3 minutes before taking it off fire. Guys, Everyone has their own way of cooking seafood. This is a Cameroonian way, so I hope it's helpful to you. Now, our seafood, our meal is ready, guys. You can choose to eat it in the form of a pepper soup with all the sauce, or you can also drain out the stock from the pot before serving it, so it can be eaten with the side sauce you made. Guys, mine was just perfect. My family and friends always enjoy this meal, and thus there is a high demand on it. Oh, I had to cook these 3 or 4 times on a row in 2 days. How is that even possible? Because of the high demand, like everyone enjoys it. Seafood is very, very delicious. Tell me in the comment section if you tried this recipe at home and how it turned out. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, don't forget to do so, and drop a like if you loved this video and if it was helpful to you. Remain blessed. I'll see you in my next video. Ciao. I love you all.